The next thing I knew, I was in pain. My head throbbed, my whole body felt heavy. I opened my eyes, but everything was too bright, too loud. Some people might call it God, an angel, or even something beyond that. But to me, words feel too small. Picture a young woman, trapped in a life that felt like it was closing in on her, day by day, until one moment shattered everything she thought she knew. Bonnie was living an ordinary life, or so it seemed, until a single encounter turned her world upside down and led her to an experience so profound that words can barely contain it. This is Bonnie's story, a journey that began in fear but unfolded into something beautiful beyond belief. It's a story of survival, transformation, and a glimpse into a world none of us can truly understand until we cross that line ourselves. My name is Bonnie, and I died on March 12th, 2024. Well, technically, my heart stopped for nearly 4 minutes. And in that time, I experienced something that changed me forever. This is my story. It began with another fight. But this time, I didn't come back from it the same person I was before. Derek and I had been together for years, and by then, I should have left. I know that now. But he had his grip on me in more ways than one. He was furious that day. I can't even remember why. Maybe something at work, or maybe just the drinking. But his face turned that terrible, deep red, the color that always made my heart race with fear. As he got angrier, his hands started clenching and unclenching, the way they always did before things got bad. I backed away, hoping to keep some space between us. I thought if I stayed calm and kept the kitchen island between us, maybe it would cool him down. But no. He reached out, grabbed my arm. His grip was like iron. And then came the slap. I stumbled backward, disoriented, and then there was nothing. But here's the thing. Nothing is not quite right. Because that's when everything really started. You see, 1 second, I was there, in the kitchen, and the next, I was looking down at myself, lying on the floor, blood pooling under my head. And I was calm, almost too calm, as if I'd just slipped out of my own skin and was watching someone else's life unfold in front of me. I watched Derek panic and run. And then, Sarah, my neighbor, came bursting through the door. She'd heard the commotion. Thank God for her. She knelt down beside me, checking for a pulse, frantic, but determined. I wanted to tell her it was all right, that I was fine, but of course, she couldn't hear me. It was like I was a ghost, caught in a moment I couldn't change, just watching it all happen. And then it happened. I felt a pull. It was subtle at first, like a gentle tug in my chest, but it grew stronger, pulling me toward something. People always talk about a tunnel of light, and I thought I'd find that too, but it wasn't a tunnel. Not like you'd imagine, anyway. It was more like looking up from the bottom of a pool, seeing light pooling above, and that light pulling me up, inviting me in. I moved toward it, almost like floating. I wasn't even really making the choice. It was as if I was being carried, like a leaf on a river current. And as I got closer, I felt this vibration. Not a sound exactly, but more like a hum that ran through every part of me, like I was resonating with it. And the light, it didn't hurt my eyes. It felt warm, like the first sunlight after a long winter. And then, all at once, I was wrapped in something so beautiful it took my breath away. Pure, unfiltered love. Like every joyful moment I'd ever felt was a small taste of this. That's when I saw my dad. He looked exactly like I remembered him before he got sick. He was grinning, with those deep laugh lines around his eyes. And without words, I could feel everything he wanted to tell me. How proud he was. How much he loved me. My grandma was there too, and even my old dog, Scout. I know it might sound strange to put Scout up there with my family, but that's just how it was. In that place, every bond of love felt the same, unbreakable. Then everything shifted, like someone pressed play on my entire life, all at once. Every single moment, from my happiest days to my worst ones, played out before me. I saw myself as a child, splashing in the backyard sprinkler, and as a teenager, crying after a boy humiliated me in front of everyone at lunch. I saw my choices, one by one, not only as I had lived them, but as they affected everyone around me, like ripples moving out in all directions. And I could feel it all. The joy I gave my mom when I made her breakfast on Mother's Day, the hurt I caused my friend when I lied to her. Every action, every word, it was all connected, woven together. The hardest part? Seeing my relationship with Derek. Every red flag I'd ignored, every excuse I'd made for him, it was all laid out in front of me. I saw my own pain and self-doubt, how my past had led me to ignore the warning signs. But there was no judgment, no shame, only understanding, like I was seeing the entire story of myself for the first time. And then I felt something else, a presence that's hard to describe. It was pure light, pure love, more intense than anything else there. Some people might call it God, an angel, or even something beyond that. But to me, words feel too small. This presence spoke to me, not with words, but with feeling, and it showed me glimpses of what my life could still hold. How many people I could help, how much more love I could experience. And for the first time, it was entirely my choice to stay in this beautiful peace or to go back. For a moment, I wanted to stay. The peace was perfect. But then I saw my mom, and my heart broke a little. I saw her grieving me, saw the hole my death would leave in her life. I saw my sister's kids growing up without their aunt, all the moments I'd miss if I stayed. And so with a strange kind of resolve, I chose to go back. And the light faded. The next thing I knew, I was in pain. My head throbbed, my whole body felt heavy. I opened my eyes, but everything was too bright, too loud. The hospital was buzzing with machines and voices. Someone was saying my name. It took every ounce of strength I had to keep my eyes open. That was 8 months ago. And though life has continued, I know I'm different now. Derek's in jail, and for the first time in years, I feel free, like I can actually look forward to what's ahead. That fear I used to live with, it's gone. Now, even on the hardest days, I carry a piece of that light with me, a small reminder that love is the strongest thing we have. At night, when the world is quiet, sometimes I can still feel a little of that peace, a tiny echo of what I felt when I was, well, when I was gone. And that's what I want everyone to know. We're all connected, every one of us, and every choice we make leaves ripples in the lives of others. And that love, the love we give, the love we receive, it's what truly matters. If you or someone you know is in a situation like mine, please reach out. There's help, and there's a way forward. I promise you that. Thank you for listening to my story, and until next time, take care, stay safe, and hold on to the love that connects us all.